Oh wow, that changed. Okay, I guess that should have said something different if we clicked this before. I'm Gina. We're actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'm gonna be playing with my new friend, yeah?
Ah yes, Toby.
Oh.
Sorry, Toby's fully voice acted already.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind... Sorry? Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze. Oh. It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it. The Special
Dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act. Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one! That's why only them are allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something?
The Forensic Investigation Team. Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one, yeah! But isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something? I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps? That's the one, yeah! Apparently he's always watching the time or something. Actually, you've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Eh, you what? You met him? Last time the boss called to go and see him. You waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniffling.
Tragic.
That's when you have to look for the book.
No, I don't think so. That was during the event's last game, and I'm not sure if it's canon.
Where Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we do no touching.
Cool, they said, damn, I wanted to hear one of you go woof woof.
I bet you did. You have to subscribe to my Just Woofs. Oh, yeah?
Honestly.
Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So you're still saying this is all above board, are ya? I'm sure everything will be fine.
That really would be tragic. Cool name said only barks.
Only Bork. Alright then, them the stairs. Off you go. Oh, thank you, Gina.
Today's trial.
It was great, wasn't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying about I'm the one about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you?
You multitasking?
Yeah. You know, it made things hard for me every single time and all.
Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client.
Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though.
It's the boss I feel sorry for, sent off to do the impossible. What do you mean? You're supposed to arrest the other Kaveni, and in time for tomorrow at all. You know the Dodge engineer, what's his name again?
Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber.
That's the one, yeah?
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be. What?
Is that her running joke now?
Just for this conversation, I guess. Hey there, cool name. So Toby Fox in another game? What do you mean?
The wolf, the dog. Toby.
Oh. Yeah. That's Toby Dog, not Toby Fox.
Toby Dog's my father's name. Call me Toby Fox.
That's not how names work.
It's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's giving him a gut ache. Oh dear, but I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food. I thought it was gonna be Greg's fish and chips.
Fried food.
Fried food. Oh my god.
It was just, the conversation is just Gregson's gut aches.
My entire being was filled with such excitement.
So Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. Wonder if they've had any luck.
He's really funny looking, got two eyes but don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it enough and the old devil's got it.
Sorry, who?
Yeah, I know, that scowling Reaper was always guggling down glasses of that blood red plonk. Plonk. Ah, Lord Van Zeeks. He's always at it in for me, that cup. I was waiting. This is the punchline to that joke.
What?
Everybody was waiting for the, oh yeah, that's the one, yeah! But the one time you're expecting it, you don't get it. That's comedy. Comedy. He's always at it for me, that cub. Don't know what he's always calling about, mind. Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes.
Should rather be the Reaper's apprentice than the detective's trainee. The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-guzzling demigod, you're equally badly off with both.
Suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all. And now Toby the dog.
With Toby the
I like her
dog!
animation when he barks.
Toby the fox, the fun will never end.
Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oi, don't be so flaming rude, Odo.
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright. Toby's out, do they put it? Oh yeah, a bona fide detective.
Sorry.
Have given a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby too.
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Oh, so he's a police dog, is he? Is this the origin story for the mascot, for the police mascot in the other games?
That was the Blue Badger.
Fair.
The police recruit dogs now.
I've heard they've already been used officially in Germany as part of their city policing.
This is Susato, you're getting the wrong voice.
They're used for charging criminals and such like.
Susato!
After all. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Rinosuke. You know what they say, if you spend too much time with somebody's accent, it starts to rub off on. Would you like to repeat my line, Rinosuke?
Yes.
They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell, after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens.
I would love to imagine
I can tell
Susato just...
I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't.
That's the script to the game. That's nothing compared to this little fellow, though.
Really?
Oh, really? Toby's entire conceit was so we can find Enoch Drever by sniffing the card? Gosh, according to what the boss said. Once Toby here's got to go whiff up your drawers. You can chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What? To the other side of the world? You mean
Japan!
he can swim?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by a rather wide margin.
I just can't believe this little dog can swim. Has such an incredible skill at swimming.
I'm telling you, Odo, there's got to be more dogs doing the bits for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. Right, one of these days they'll be barking orders at us, not the other way around. Oh dear, sorry Gina, I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much.
Cool name, I don't even want to read that line that's out loud.
But anyways, whatever you think that, Toby is Britain's first police dog. Is that a thing? Like, was Britain's first police dog actually named Toby?
Well, keep reading.
I found him down at East End the other day. Someone just chucked him out on the street.
There you go. I knew she'd lifted him from somewhere. So Gina Lestrade created the police dog. We have police dogs thanks to her finding an abandoned puppy and being like, no, you're coming with me.
You're my son now. I've only had Toby for a day, but if anything were to happen to him... Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
The Germans don't count, cool name. Okay, now...
Bing, 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 bing.
Do you have anything to present, or should we go on?
Yeah, present the card.
Which card? This one?
The business card.
This one?
Yep.
I'm not disagreeing, cool name. I'm saying that they don't count for the police dog thing. About this, Gina.
Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E. If it ain't much... So if it ain't too much bleeding trouble... actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. How come? Yeah, I didn't even think about it, that she's probably illiterate.
Well, it kind of sucks.
Just
It feels like...
It feels on the back, that's all.
It feel like being able to read would help your, like, pickpocketing career.
Yeah, I guess. Turns out that this is a very high-quality French machine oil. It's a very particular scent, apparently. If you don't say, let's have a whiff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing?
No, we didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right, you mean Toby.
His sense of smell is so good, he can track people over the oceans, can't he? I feel like that's still an exaggeration.
Professor Harebrain informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drever's workshop.
Cool name said A, B, C, D, E, so she can read the word bad, cat, or dad.
She can't even read her own name yet.
Well, maybe she should change her name.
To Gina, but with an E as opposed to an I.
To Just take out the word letters she doesn't know. So Yeah.
The G, the N, just A. She only knows A.
Ia.
You would have to-
AE?
yeah.
No, ADE?
80.
Ia ad.
I mean, it could be Sita, like from Fire Emblem.
Do you want to voice the sniffs or should I? Oh god, that's too good. I think he's picked up the scent.
So you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to that Dougie Cubs workshop? It's been my what is it? It's been my destiny to voice act a dog.
I also don't think this is how dogs work.
That is
Like they
definitely
can follow a trail, but not just they smell something, now they can find any spot in the world.
Yeah. That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping. All right, then we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that.
But wait, when did you... What's a pickpocket?
If I can lead everyone to that Dreba workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted.
Poor Gregson. The dog leads her all the way to France.
Right then, Odo. Leave it to me.
Sorry?
We're gonna get going after that dog engineer cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time.
I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina.
Oh, right. Well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets it in the neck. It'll be the boss.
Poor Gregson again.
Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have ya? Come on then, boy. See you later. I do hope the scent of our oil leads him to that Swindler's workshop. How are you gonna meet up with them after?
Yes, I
Phones
hope
haven't
so
been
too.
invented yet.
Telegram.
How's a telegram going to find them?
She'll telegram where they are.
Telegram to whoever Naruto
It's
and
to
Suzuya.
it's your cell telegram. Like a cell phone, but it's a telegram.
I guess so. I don't think I have that much creative energy.
Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. Okay, I guess we'll go up here. These stairs lead up to the experimentation stage. Let's go and see what we can find out.
Yeah, boy.
Oh no! It's ruined! Oh, have a good night, Cool Name. Thanks for stopping by.
Back on him. Ruined. Oh my, so this is a machine. That was used to deceive people into thinking instantinokinesis had taken place.
Just a heads up, you're like at the corner of the webcam. Here. Yes, that's right. Rather, it was the machine. It's a little worse for wear at the moment.
What extraordinary lengths Professor Herbert went to in order to obtain the research grant.
No. The professor was tricked as well. He didn't know anything about it.
The scale... yes, of course. It is amazing, though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British.
You're right about that. You never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure.
Oh, look, is that? Oh, instantaneous kinesis? Lord Van Sakes! I didn't realize you had the ability to teleport at whim.
No, I have the ability to teleport at will.
Wow.
So I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we, Mrs. Adder?
Alrighty.
He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think.
But we have permission to be here from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine as long as we don't touch anything.
From the top, do you mean Lord Strongheart?
Exactly, so we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we'd like.
She could have been at the center of the explosion here and it wouldn't have bent her steel will. Yeah, but it would have killed her.
Bum, 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 bum.
Susanna?
Oh, isn't this exhilarating? All this different architecture from all corners of the world.
It does make you feel a bit like an explorer, doesn't it? I know it's all subjective, but the onion-shaped roofs have rather caught my attention personally.
Oh. Oh, give me a second. Whoa.
You okay?
I squeezed my eyes too hard, and now the entire planet is spinning. Faster. It's technically spinning at all times, but...
Cool. Dragon, what do you mean that some of the things you've heard here, well, you would easily mod if this was your own channel?
Yeah, I want to know. Oh, I should probably continue talking, though. It is very subjective, isn't it?
Japanese buildings with their wood and paper construction have excellent ventilation. I've realized that British buildings being made from brick and stone are very strong and long-lasting. The more you know about how things are done in other countries, the more you understand your own, I feel.
Oh yes, I do agree with you there.
But I can't help wondering what an onion does for the roof of a building. I mean, I suppose it's playing on my mind a bit, because I don't like the taste of onions. No, cool name, we're curious.
You really ought to let your taste in vegetables dictate your taste in roofs, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, I'm curious about how lewd I am, because I'm a lewd boy. Y'all don't even know how I could be half as lewd.
However much I look at them, I just can't come to terms with those tamari handballs floating in the sky.
We talked about Tamari handballs.
Not with her, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying you and I did. Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
You remember what they are?
Yeah.
Well, what are they?
Read your lines.
Oh no! My friends don't pay attention to me. Oh, you've been glaring at them constantly since we came up here.
Sorry, the feelings of wanting to ride in one and wanting never to set foot in one are fading out inside of me.
But if you don't look where you're walking, you might fall from the stage.
I don't think I'd notice. That's how fiercely the battle inside me is raging.
I think you should make peace with riding in one, Mr. Naruhodo. It really would be much safer that way.
Oh, Dragon, you meant read, not heard? But still, I mean... It depends, like, context is important. Like, if somebody came in here and just started making remarks like that, that might be less welcome. But Cool Name, we know him, so...
Oh yeah, we do, we also encourage that kind of behavior, because it's an adult game, right? Isn't it, like, rated? Like M?
No, this one's rated T. Some of them are rated M.
But, I mean, we're an adult stream.
Yeah, it is marked 18+, so...
Yeah. So it's funny to be a little lewd sometimes, because it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
Look at that horn-shaped transmitting device. It is amazing.
That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it.
Makes you think, doesn't it? If only it had been just a normal horn, none of this would have happened. What?
That's almost exactly what I thought as well. I bet I can predict what you're going to say next in that case. You're about to say, nothing ever goes to plan, aren't you?
Oh no, I would never say something like that. What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even the steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast.
And what they call the birdcage is right in the middle of it all, just here.
But look, Mr. Naruhodo, that metal grill on the floor. It looks like though it's destined to open, designed to open.
It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the birdcage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight.
I don't think there's any doubt that this is a very elaborate. I don't think there's any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax, is there?
This wasn't here yesterday.
Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air.
That's right, the birdcage. According to what Professor Harebrayne said in court, it's made of wood.
Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. Despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. That's wonderfully durable construction, wouldn't you say, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'd understood if the forensic investigation team had taken away yesterday to examine it. Suppose they must have brought it back here for when they finished their work.
But sadly, not with the body inside it.
It'd be a day old sitting out. You're not going to leave a body out for a day.
Just a corpse.
Just put it back.
Leave the corpse.
No, that's right. I know you're given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still. This is too important a piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial.
I know we were just
Did they just imply they took the birdcage?
They did.
Just like
they truly did.
Cartoon style, stretching out pants from the birdcage in the pocket.
That is cuckoo bananas. Wow.
Look here, Mrs. Adder.
Oh yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose it's because it fell from such a height.
Yes, from the height to which the balloon is flying down at the crystal tower below. A fall of about 30 feet, or 9 meters.
Leaving the man inside tragically dead. The man was already dead. Hey, I know this is very unconventional, but can I take like a very quick, 1 minute break?
Sure.
About to pee my pants.
You did not need to say that much.
Oh. I'm about to blank my pants.
That's worse.
I'll be back. Give me a couple seconds.
Okay. Well, we'll momentarily just kind of enjoy the music and talk. Yes, JD's let it take care of itself. Looks like the only thing left here to examine is the Ferris wheel, and then we have to talk to Van Zeeks. And after that, where are we going? We're going to Madame Dispel's in the forensic laboratory. Based off the timing, I'm actually pretty certain we will not be finishing this case this week, because we do have a second stream of this on Thursday. But I don't think we're even going to get through the investigation tonight, so not that that's a problem. We might finish next week then. It's hard to tell. But here we go.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry I took so long.
Fine.
I heard that a ride on the Ferris wheel is a favorite romantic outing among young London couple.
I think the romance would be slightly spoilt by the abject terror, personally, but then I'm not a Londoner.
I feel like Ryonosuke very much. Are you a little scared of heights, Mr. Naruhodo?
It's not that I'm scared, not at all. It's just that staying on the ground seems so much safer.
Well, perhaps I shall have to ask Iris and Mr. Shelves to accompany me on it in that case.
When you put it like that, part of me does want to give it a try.
Gross. Oh dear, it is complicated for you, isn't it? A 4-year age difference is not bad, but like it's like a 6-year age difference, isn't it?
7.
Like he's 23, 7.
He's 23, she's 16. I mean, when they get older...
Yeah, she would have to get older.
They're not having a romantic relationship right now. Like
they're not.
And they're both not pursuing one either. So like...
Yeah, it's a very fine line.
It's also like the 1800s when like 12-year-olds married like 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then the 40-year-olds died 2 years later.
And to be terribly frank, like Shady was right. The age of consent in Japan is a lot younger.
Dragon said, I kind of never thought about how odd it is for Susato to continue to wear her kimono in England. Ryu's attire too, I guess. I think they'd be more encouraged to assimilate given Ryu's circumstances here. I mean, not necessarily.
Well, it's also winter right now, isn't it?
I don't think so, because it's 6 months after it was April. May, June, July, August, September, October. It's October. So, though it might be a little chilly, but I think that I don't think their intention is to assimilate, because their intention is to learn what skills they can to return home with.
Yeah, it's a cultural exchange, right? So
yeah.
They get to learn about the British legal system, and then theoretically something that they're doing that they're not showing is
Dragon. Then they do it to represent their country. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're probably going on like talk shows, not necessarily like TV talk shows, but like seminars, right? Like that's what it would be.
In theory.
Yeah.
Ugh. Least approachable man in the world winner. 10 years in a row.
Be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistants stand firm behind you.
Also, it's messed up to say 10 years in a row.
Yeah.
Considering 10 years ago is when
his brother died?
Yeah.
When his brother was murdered?
He's basically like, geez, he's been unapproachable ever since his brother was murdered.
How rude of him to be unapproachable ever since his brother was murdered.
I'm Lord Van Zeeks.
What?
Well, beautiful weather we're having, isn't it?
The moon is beautiful, isn't it? I thought I was making it quite clear that I did not want to be disturbed. Apparently, you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs. Read the room!
Oh, I read them.
So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited.
Well, the thing is...
Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate. On the condition that we didn't disturb anything. You're disturbing me. I'm spending too much time with these characters. We're gonna have to quit.
No, we're so close.
That's so petty! Bonzi, I always choose the pettiest option to save from you. You do not need to... The bar is too low. The bar is on the ground. You don't need to go under it. And yet you've managed to disturb me. Never mind. You wouldn't get it. State your business then.
Come to think of it, there are quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Van Zeeks about. Not least of which is that awful case, even though it's nothing to do with this. Most of all, I just want to ask him about his brother dying, even though it's completely unrelated.
Hey, I know that you're having a good day and everything, and that bringing up something dramatic is probably just going to ruin you for the rest of the day. But let's talk about your brother being murdered in cold blood in front of you for something that he didn't even
They never
do.
said in front of him.
I know, I'm just trying to be dramatic. Let's talk about the moment in which your brother's blood covered you as you traumatically watched the life escape from his eyes. Is that cool?
As he had him in a cold embrace, kissing him passionately. No.
Oh no! Sweet Home Alabama plays in a Victorian organ in the background. It has to be an appropriate musical instrument. Ask away, Mr. Naruhodo. You won't know. Let's try. I could have just picked violins to be apropos of his like leitmotif, but I refuse.
So,
Oh
Clint.
no, he really is! He really is! What a jerk!
So,
Inosuke is a bad person!
Clint.
No!
What's the name of your older brother? I understand, Lord Van Seeks.
Wow. 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 Wow.
I almost don't blame him for being a racist at this point.
I mean, if that's like, oh god, you Nipponese, I always have to be on guard for sure. So have you been investigating me, you?
Oh, no, it's not like that. Well, alright, it is a bit like that.
My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the family.
Might want to speak a little louder with his voice.
But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us.
The professor, you mean? Is something funny?
That's the extent of what you discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised.
Sorry, there's more to it then.
Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it?
You're too kind. Are you going to tar all Nipponese with the same brush next?
You are being rude, Ryunosuke. You deserve everything that's coming to you. You are being a douche nozzle. Very rude. 0 out of 10. I do not like and do not approve.
Naruhodo's EQ is like -4.
Gosh, it has to be. Like literally, like everything we've learned about this cat is that he refuses to acknowledge people's trauma when it's convenient for him, and then brings it up when it's inconvenient to do so. Like,
And visits their home just to insult them.
and visits people's homes just to insult them.
He's just like, hey, Susato, do you want to go visit Gregson and make fun of his stuff? Inosuke, I'm not
That's
really
like
sure
the-
that's a good...
That's why Susato hasn't let him in her room, because she knows. He's just going to roast everything I own.
I may have feelings for him, but...
but no one's safe when it comes to my sick burns. So tell me, I minored in sick burns in Yuma University. So tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident? As it happens, Lord Von Zeeks, there's a rather curious case that's come to our attention. Are you aware that Madame Two-Spell's Museum of Waxwork by any chance? I am, naturally. I believe that since last month I featured one of the displays at Public Gore.
Of course the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would happy to exhibit it, wouldn't he?
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place and held for ransom. Particular waxwork, which... Wait! You mean...
Yes, it's the professor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating the case as we speak.
I wasn't aware of that.
He's turned as white as a sheet. Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Drebber, already? So, like, okay, I've had enough discuss your trauma.
Yeah.
I don't want to help you unpack it, though.
Yeah. Now that you're thoroughly upset and are ready to, like, make progress in, like, internalizing it and growing from it, let's switch topic. What else are you insecure about? Surely that goes without saying.
We're very keen to see him found as well. The trouble is, we don't have much to go on aside from the description of the man we'd heard in court earlier.
Which, according to Professor Harebrained, was of a tall, thin gentleman who has straight white hair and wears a black monocle.
So, I was just wondering. I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but...
We'd very much appreciate any clue you could give us.
Wow, Suzato-san really knows how to take the bull by the horns.
As they say in our country, yeehaw! Fine, why not? I have a photograph of the man here from investigation 10 years ago. Oh. Oh. Though it appeared you already had a black mark time. What?
Oh, nothing. I was just surprised that you shared that with us.
We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow. Which means we have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph?
What is it about Lord Van Zieks? Sometimes I just can't work him out at all.
It's almost like he's just trying to do his job and is
traumatized.
And is traumatized and doesn't want to engage you at a personal level because he just doesn't want to be your friend. Like, sometimes people just don't want to be your friends, and that's okay. Like,
especially when you're a person that every time you speak, you have to bring up his trauma, just out of curiosity.
Like you're physically upsetting to be around to that person specifically.
Well, like, Ryunosuke has like done nothing friendly to him since they met.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate that he's racist about it, but like, somebody can just not like you as a person, and that's fine. Also, enigmatic ellipses. The file I requested for a trial tomorrow. Thank you.
Are you alright?
She hasn't seen it.
Nope.
Who is this man, Mr. Naruhodo?
Lord Van Ziek's apprentice, apparently. So I'm not the only one. Sada-san can see it too.
Lord Van Zieks. May we speak to you with your apprentice for a moment? With him? Why?
Jeez, don't die.
Oh god, I can't mute them. Oh, I hope that helped. Probably not. Oh. Kazuma-sama!
You're voicing this person. I don't believe it.
Your posture, your presence. It can only be. It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama?
I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. As if I knew him somehow. Can it really be you, Kazuma? Wait! Too late.
Yo.
What?
This is dope. What's going on here? What is your interest in my apprentice exactly? You act as if you know the man or something.
Well,
Since when have you been in your... Since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago. Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor.
but he didn't tell you why, did he?
The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself. My gosh. He has amnesia! He's like an anime protagonist! Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side.
What?
Good. I was gonna say, he needs a judicial assistant. He's to serve as my judicial assistant for strong orders. It would have been funny if you voiced him.
He'll be in court with us.
So we flipped the roles. Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run it. Which is just a polite way of saying,
Yes, thank you.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
And you should be thankful that he's even being polite.
Yeah.
I definitely saw a reaction there.
Hachi Machi.
When Suzato-san called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama.
You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, yesterday in fact. At Lord Van Zeek's office.
I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us.
I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that.
Well, I ask you not to bring this up again. And we'll leave it at that, shall we? It's like, no! You're going to have to leave now. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. Find you here, it will cause problems.
What sort of problems?
Foreign affair problems.
Well, we could do without that. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Mrs. Suzato.
Of course.
Madam to spells.
Madame to spells.
Suzato?
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets. I can understand that.
I would love to go to a confectionery. I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Well, I suppose we'll just have to come back in later. Yes, the heavy curtains in the middle of the House of Horrors. Whatever's on the other side of them, you just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you?
The sign says it's Madame Tussauds special exhibit. Seems you have to pay extra to go inside.
I know, can you believe that? Pay more money as if we haven't been scared enough already.
It's not my doing, Miss Naruhodo. What a horrifying scene! A murder, a grisly act!
I know, and in case you were wondering, it's the one with the big knife that's supposed to be the killer.
I don't think anybody would be in any doubt of that, surely.
And did you know that according to the description, the bathtub in the back has no particular significance?
What? Really? I would have thought it meant to show that the killer also worked in a bathhouse peddling criminal wares.
Aha, we have a new theory. A new theory has entered the ring. Susato?
Ah, this stepladder. Look. Fully it's not. Don't do it!
Yes.
Don't do it!
A stepladder.
I think we should let the proprietors know that somebody left it out. The stepladder, I mean. Is something wrong?
Why do I feel as though I just managed to sidestep an argument? We got an achievement!
Top rung.
That's for examining every stepladder in the game.
There's only one stepladder in the game.
But you have to examine it twice.
That is so funny. This one's posture reveals his weakness.
Sorry?
The killer stands, leaves him wide open to attack. Quite sure I can see him off. There's a Sato takedown, then there's a Sato squash, and finally a Sato smash!
Right.
If that doesn't render the culprit unconscious, a Susato slam should finish.
It's a slam.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to explain. Leave yourself open slightly and I'll demonstrate.
Absolutely not.
I approve. It's so funny. It's so funny to me.
It is.